Okay then, stock rods on track then for the English Championship, for the National Championship rather, the final race of the day here at Hendersford Hills Raceway in Staffordshire. A very big lineup of the stock rods on track tonight. I've got 14 cars out there for this grand final this evening here at Hendersford. So a very interesting grid of cars on circuit tonight. So plenty of action is to come your way then, getting the cars ready to come around the circuit then. This will be a 40 lap race for the stock rods, of course. Just bring the first few cars around then. So 910 Niall McFerrin and a 947 Joe Dobbs managed to get themselves on the front row. Niall McFerrin on pole, Joe Dobbs on the outside in 947. So a red grader and a yellow grader on the front. Like I say, randomly drawn 4 heats tonight. So what has put the grid together. Next row will be coming around very shortly. Groups of 3, by the way. Groups of 6 rather for this one, as they will come round. Next up we've got the second row, 924 Martin Wallace and 68 Callum Thornton. I believe that's the order they're going to be in, even though they're coming around in a completely different order. So 68 should go on the outside, 924 on the inside, which is what is happening. So there we go. That's your second row of cars on the grid. Row number 3 will come around to join us in just a few seconds' time. I think there they come, in fact. 66 Matthew Moore and 78 Scott Kendall. Those are the back of group number 1. It's falling to line then. Only one of our superstars here today, number 924 Martin Wallace, of course. Here comes the first of group number 2 then. So I've got a couple of cars running around there. So I've got 524 Yellow Winkle, 114 Danny Ross. Danny Ross will go on the inside, Yellow Winkle on the outside. Although Yellow appears to have forgotten what the outside line is and decided to put Danny on the rumble, so they'll sort that out on the rolling start. Next up, coming around for row number 4 then, row number 5 even, is 145 Scott Kinton. There will be another car coming around, because I can't think there'll be only one row, there'll be only one car halfway through the field. Just waiting through. There is the next car, 846 Peter McRae, aka Snoopy. So they're going to make their way into position on circuit. Behind them is row number 6. We have 88 Simon Lee and 313 Tiff Pedley on track in that row, in the Nova and the Saxo. And then we've got row number 7 at the back. The only row in group number 3 is number 6 Tom Hoyes, and there will also be one of our Scotsmen, 36 runs. In fact, there he's forming up alongside Tom Hoyes. So there you go then, 14 stock rods on the grid for this 2021 National Championship. This will be 40 laps, the longest stock rod race of the season so far. I say 40 laps is a very long way to go in a stock rod round Hendersford. So here we go then, time to get rolling. It's over to you, Mr. Starter, for the 2021 Stock Rod National Championship. So the yellow flag goes up then, here we go. The judge of the stock rod racing Nut Rocker heralds them into life then. So round they come then. There's number 6 Tom Hoyes and 36 Ransom from the back. So here's it going to be then. 4 laps are ahead to decide this. Into turns 3 and 4 they come. Refs all arise. Rise yard, President Stock Rod 2021 National Championship. Green flag is down, away they go. So down towards 7, Niall McFerrin gets the jump off the front row. 947 Joe Dobbs is falling back to 3rd place, where he's 924 Wallace coming down the inside on the far side into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. 68 Thornton's there in 4th with 66 Matthew Moore pushing him along nicely. 947 Joe Dobbs is down to 3rd place on the start, and Wallace is trying to get the maze ahead, but he can't quite do. 114 Danny Ross blocks off. 145 Kinton further back in the order. 524 Winkle and 846 McCrate having a fight behind. But 910 McFerrin is pulling clear already of 924 Martin Wallace. Now McFerrin is, he proved the National Points Series for the Stock Rods going into tonight's action after the last week's round at Onchan Raceway on the Isle of Man. Before that, we had a couple of rounds over in Northern Ireland, Nuts Corner and Ballymena back to back. Of course, the Ballymena event was the RCI Championship, which was taken by Adam Cochran, number 434. He's not here tonight. Of course, Martin won that European title a couple of weeks ago in Dutch Corner down the far side. 87 Lee takes over, I think that might be 10th place, possibly from Peter McRae, 846. Indeed, so that is 10th place, if my maths is right on that, it probably isn't. He's swinging back at Simon Lee here on the inside. They're going to try and get rounds, turns 1 and 2, okay. And it looks like they have done so far. 3-1-3 Tiff Pedley, just waiting for these two in front to make a mistake and go through on the inside if these two happen to go skating into the fence. And he's managed to find a way past Simon Lee anyway, number 88. And Pedley goes through into 11th place. So the main battle of moments is on the track for 10th place on the grid. That's your main battle going on so far. Oh, 5-2-4 Winkle bouncing off the home straight fence quite hard. That was looking at small wheel back on the course then. Leader has pulled away a bit now as I'm on Mark McFreddy is extending his race lead now. He's got it up a little bit further than what it was a few laps ago. There's 1-1-4 Danny Ross following his clutch to 5-2-4 Winkle on turn 1. Winkle going through to the inside. They bang door panels and 5-2-4 Winkle goes through to take the position off Danny Ross. I believe that might be over 7th place. No, that's 8th place rather. Just managed to do the counting on that one. But Danny Ross is not finished yet. He's coming back in the Nova there, the all grey Nova with the blue roof. Gives a little bit of a nibble to the back bumper of the Dutchman, but he can't quite find a way through. Yeah, Winkle the only Dutch driver out there in this one. Of course, you have Koen van der Bosch out earlier on in heat number 1. He was elected not to race beyond heat 1. So round they come again then. 3-1-3 Pedley and 88 Lear fighting further back in the order on the back of the in 11th place at the moment. 846 Peter McRae is keeping them at bay at the moment. Number 6 Tom Hoyes, 36 Ranson behind them in 13th and 14th places. Those two away they started the race, of course. They haven't took places as of yet, not what I've seen anyway. 66 Matthew Morley spins out on turn 1. They got a bit too much rear brake bias perhaps on that machine, and that could allow Scott Kendall opportunity to come through a little bit later on into 5th place. 1-4-5 Kinsley No Man's Land in 7th at the moment. Still the Winkle in 8th. Danny Ross is 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is now 3-1-3 to Pedley. So we've got a great start for 10th place here. 3 cars together now. Fowl fighting for the last points paying position in this Stockrod National Championship. Lead down the inside of McRae. Here comes Pedley as well in 3-1-3. These three are still scrapping heavily. 6 Tom Hoyes is behind them as well. He's trying to find a way through in the later stages. But like I say, don't try and win it in the early stage of this race. It's a 40 lapper, of course, a very long race for Stockrods. 78 Scott Kendall all over the back now. 66 Matthew Moore. 88 Lee is still blocking from 846 McRae there. That's the 10th place battle still well and alive. That might not actually be, yes, it's still the 10th place battle going on. As Danny Ross is now down in 9th. So it's just a train of these three. It's a bit of a tangle there. I think number 6 Tom Hoyes lost it a bit there going into turn 1. 78 Scott Kendall managed to find a way past Matthew Moore into 5th place. No big surprise there as Matthew Moore's car looks very evil handling this afternoon here at Hensford. He's been struggling so far by looks of it with the handling issues. 947 Joe Dobbs has fallen off the back of 924 Wallace a little bit down there in 3rd place. So 524 Yellow Winkle and still 1-1-4 Danny Ross scrappy like 2 cats down there, but those two haven't thankfully taken each other out yet, but I'm sure given time they probably would do. 88 Simon Lee's pulled away from Peter McRae in 846 now. They've dropped a little bit off the rest of the field now, but the field has sprung out nicely around this Hensford Hills race. Maybe no sign of lapdown traffic being a problem yet. But like I say, still a lot more laps to go in this race. I think we're not even halfway yet. I guess the top 4 now spreading out a fair bit around this raceway for the Stockrods. A few of the battles starting to settle down a bit more and starting to establish who is where on the grid. Now McFerrin in 910 has led it from the start. He's not lost any places yet. He's been your leader from lap number 1. 947 Dobbs and 68 Thornton still going at it on the far side. I don't know if Thornton's going to find a way through on the inside of Joe Dobbs here, number 947. I doubt it at the moment. It's one thing to catch and another thing to pass in Stockrods. This is always the way. Peter McRae 8.46, still fending off nicely from 3.13 rather of Tiff Pedley. Don't know why I tried to say 68. We're on lap number 21 by the way now, ladies and gentlemen. So well, lap number 22 I think it's just ticked over to. So we are into the second half of this race now for the stock rods. We have got surpassed the halfway stage. Still Pedley 3 on 3, Dice the inside of Peter McRae for 11th on the far side, side by side between the two of them. Into the braking zone at turn number 3. Can he get the move done? He's still stuck down the inside, and he gets it on the parking out the bend. So 3 goes 3 on 3 to Pedley to 11th. This is just allowing Simon Lee to pull away. Number 6 Tom Hoyes to throw the car in sideways. Peter McRae to try and challenge further back for 12th position here. They've got to worry about 36 Roy Anderson as well, who's in this battle nicely in the green and white Nova. 3 and 3 Pedley's now got 8.46 McRae looking to the inside. He's just about to shut the door on him. McRae pushes the, well, forces the point I should say. But 3 and 3 Pedley holds up. Here comes number 6 Tom Hoyes to the inside. And oh, a bit of a nudge there. Got the door, I think, of the 8.46 car. He's backed off there, trying to let Peter McRae back through. And McRae goes sideways. That's raining a spin to the centre. 36 Anderson's going around the outside of number 6 Tom Hoyes. That's the first time he's up into 13th place in this race. And now they've got blue flags been waving as number 9 Mark McFerrin is on their tail in the red and white Vauxhall Corsa. So 6 Tom Hoyes and 36 Ransom. Got to be mindful here. They've got to hold their line so that the leader come on through a little bit later on, I think. And well, the blue flags have been furiously waved to them that time around. And 36 Anderson lets the leader go through on the inside. Here comes number 6 Tom Hoyes. Can he let the leader go through? Indeed so. So 9 McFerrin manages to get past the first 2 back markers with no challenge so far. 9.24 Wallace, 9.47 Dobsey, and 68 Thornton are still scrapping really heavily for second place. Those 3 cars have been line astern for about 30 laps so far in this National Championship for the stock rods. They're going to lap this battle between Hoyes and Anderson further back in the order. That's over 13th place. As now McFerrin is catching the McRae and Pedley battle for 11th. But they seem to slam it now, so Anderson's gone wide on turns 3 and 4. They're into the wall by the looks of it. Was there contact there? I didn't see. But he's going to let 9.24 Martin Weiss through on the inside, who is currently second place on the road, the European champion. I don't think he's going to make it 2 titles tonight by the looks of it. He's struggling a bit. 68 Thornton Barges on the inside of 9.47 Dobbs. It's been a great drive from all 3 of these cars in the second place battle. No contact as such, really. But McFerrin is still your leader now. I think he's length of a straight clear of Martin Weiss by this point. So getting very, very interesting stuff in the stock rods. The race is starting to come back alive again now. After a bit of a dull midpoint, we're starting to see the action rekindle itself. There's 9.47 Joe Dobbs is now attacking the back of 9.24 Martin Weiss a lot harder than he was 3 or 4 laps ago. He's managed to get himself turned back on. I think Wallace's tyres maybe have gone off the edge of the cliff and are now tumbling down. He's 8.46 McRae and 3 and 3 Pedley. I think another tangle in front of your second place battle here, but they're not in striking distance of that battle so far. 78 Scott Kendall is now coming to lap the Tom Hoyes and Roy Anderson battle. 3-1-3 Pedley now tries to fend off the inside line for 8.46 McRae, and they flash door panels there for 11th. 78 Kendall managed to find your way past the Tom Hoyes Roy Anderson battle like we said earlier on. As McRae gets another shot there from 3-1-3 Pedley. That's a black cross to 3-1-3, please, instead of police. Black cross to 3-1-3, who will get a black cross for contact. And Pedley using the side of 8.46 pace to McRae, gets the door shut firmly in his face. That was very abrupt, the way that door was shut on the 3-1-3 car. He's managed to find his way back through into them. That's been the main battle so far. So 8.46 McRae comes on back. So we are now just a couple of laps to go in this stock rod National Championship. Here comes 9.47 Joe Dobbs. He gets a bit of a nudge there from 68 Thornton, and 9.47 Joe Dobbs takes second place with just 1 more lap to run. Goodness me. So we're on the last lap now then, I think. Into turns 1 2 go the top to go the second place battle for the final time, but the check flags have been prepared then. The double checkers at the ready. No McFerrin is national champion. 9.47 will be second, 9.24, 68, 78 is the top 5, and the rest of them come through. Beyond that, I haven't got a clue. We'll have the full results given to you in a few minutes' time for the top 10. The rest of the cars just for circulate the way home to get the runners. Okay, so please have the red flags on the circuit, red flags on the circuit. Okay then, full results then of the Stockrod National Championship. First was 910 Niall McFerrin, second 947 Joe Dobbs, and third 924 Martin Wallace. Fourth 68 Callum Thornton, fifth 78 Scott Kendall, sixth 66 Matthew Moore, seventh 145 Scott Kinton, eighth 114 Danny Ross, ninth 524 Yellow Winkle, and 10th 88 Simon Lee. Once again, just numbers for you: 910, 947, 924, 68, 78, 66, 524, 924 and 78. That's your full results of the Stockrod National Championship. Thanks only to 3 cents. You are dashing off now after that race. Final round of applause to 910 Niall McFerrin, your winner of tonight's Stockrod Grand Final.